Hi, welcome back to the Audiosure channel. My name is Dave Skinz and I'm a product specialist here at Audiosure. Today we're going to go over the MPC Live and how to sequence and build a beat using standalone mode. Great, so we've booted up the MPC Live, it's gone through that process and it brings us to a landing page. Here's our landing page. These are complete tracks that you'll be able to listen to and demo. Obviously we don't want to do a demo track for this purpose. We want to go to an empty project, so I'm going to select empty project. It will then give us a starting point. From the starting point, let's select the parameters that we're going to work with in our project. The first thing is obviously our BPM. So select our BPM and we can use the rotary to turn it back. We can also double tap and enter it in manually, 105. Next thing is how many bars we want our sequence to be able to run for. Just selecting 2 bars for the specific page. Then let's go to the track page and let's decide what we're going to be working with. In this instance, we're working with drums. So make sure that that first icon is selected. If you want to be using keys, you then select the key icon and that'll give you key groups. For this purpose, obviously we just want beats and we want drums. Once you've selected obviously our BPM, our bars, and we're going to be using drums, let's make sure our timings are set right. So we use TC, timing correct. That's our quantize. We're just checking that our quantize features are set correctly and our markers. And then our metronome. Let's make sure we're counting on record. We're enabling on record and play for -3, and that will give us a count, obviously, while we're doing our recording. Right, now that we've set up our project, let's populate it with some sounds. To populate for sounds, go to the home page. That'll bring us to the main menu, and then go to Browser. Browser will then aggregate all the sounds that are directly built, that are saved into the unit itself. You can also use places and aggregate from a stick. So if we're in the landing page for Browse, we can choose drums, which will be complete kits. So that's a full complete drum kit. We can go to samples and that'll bring out each individual sample that's saved in the MPC Live. Now remember, you've got over 12 gigs of wave samples already built into the unit itself. That's a lot of content to be able to go through. So for simplicity's sake, you can actually do QWERTY search to build stuff up. So in this case, we're going to build something from scratch. So let's go search directory. We're going to look for a kick. Do it. And audition is on. So we can actually listen to all the kick and kick options. I like that one. And that one. So we've got 2 kicks. Let's select a snare. As you can see, they're aggregated. These are more acoustic snares. Let's go for something a bit more trappy. I like that one. You can also double tap to select it. And maybe a nice traditional 909 snare. Let's go hat, H-A-T. Do it, aggregate all our hats. I like that one. I like that one. I like that one. And I like that one. And let's choose a clap. There we go. So what we've done basically is aggregate all our sounds, we've put them into a sample pool. Now that we've got the sample pool of all our sounds, let's select the pads that we want those to go to. So within this page, we then go to sample assign. Sample assign will then bring up our entire sample pool on the left-hand side. And then we like the kicks. So I like that kick. There we go, we put it there. Did we only select one kick? I'm sure we had another. Okay, so kick. Snare. Let's put all the hats on top here. More of a rim shot. There we go, that's what I'm looking for. There's that 808. So let's put that there. Let's have that as a clap. And that is a snare. Brilliant. So as you can see, we've just selected it. That's moved, so let's make that our kick. Those snares stay the same. Right, and that's our sample pool built. If you want to add more sounds, you can just go to your browse, aggregate more sounds, and remember guys, we've got 8 pads of 8. So 8 pads of 16 that you can choose and select from. So this is, if we're in sampler sound, that's pad A, B, C, D, all the way up to H. So you can really build a full selection of sounds that you want to be able to work with. Right now we've just selected 8 sounds. Let's work with that. We've got the sampler sound. We're happy with our basic outlay. Let's go and arrange and sequence everything. So push on the folder, take us to the main menu, and from there we're going to go into the grid view. And grid view will bring up our sequence view. As you can see in the top, it's set from 1 to 3, so that's a 2-bar loop. All the pads are picking up in MIDI and we're hearing sounds on it. And from here all we have to do is record them directly to the touch interface, and let's get going. So the quickest way, and I like to record, especially when doing sessions, is using overdub. Not everyone's choice of method, but I find it's a lot easier to be able to audition sounds and get them quickly in. So what we're going to do is we're going to hit record and overdub, and then I'm going to hit play. It'll give us a count in, and then it will start recording. There we go. So what we do is I'm going to take overdub off. There we go. So a little bass groove going there. And there's our groove, basically built. What we can do from there is everything is individually editable. So we've selected on magnifying glass, so you can actually go in, zoom in individual notes. If you want to have a look at the velocities, we can have a look at the individual velocities of individual notes, all the way up, and we can scale them. You can extend the notes from there by pushing play and redrawing the notes, or erasing them, or selecting a whole group of them using the icons. So all the editing and all your MIDI roll is done directly using your fingers, and we can play that out. Very simple way to do a groove. Once you've selected the groove, in order to save it, go back to your home page, and that'll bring in your sequence page. You'll see the file icon here. Select on that, save your file, and you'll be able to save it into the competition folder or to a root folder, and there's your project completed. Thanks so much for joining us today on the Audiosure channel. My name's Dave Skinz. I'm the product specialist here. Look out for more videos coming soon.